This is Valley News Live at 10.
And welcome to Valley News Live at 10. I'm Justin Betty.
And I'm Stacy Van Dyke. The snow has stopped falling and the winds are finally dying down, but that just means that some extra bitter temperatures are moving in.
Let's send things over to First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Nathan Hopper for a look at your forecast. Nathan.
Thanks, Justin and Stacy. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Definitely a lot quieter at this hour than we were, we'll say, 6 hours ago. The wind is light now in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Here, our home of economy sky cam there, just showing a light breeze in the northern valley at this hour. But the air temperatures well below zero for most everybody. 13 below in Devil's Lake at this hour, 10 below there in Grand Forks at the airport, 7 below in Fargo. Wind chill warning for tonight for all of our North Dakota counties, including our counties right along the Red River in Minnesota. Wind chill advisory then for our northern Minnesota counties. Expecting wind chills tonight as cold as 50 degrees below zero. But here's a snapshot of tomorrow morning's temperatures at 7 a.m. 20s to even near 30 below zero up toward the north, teens and 20s below zero in the southern valley. You can thank some clear sky, light winds, and some fresh snow for the ability to get so cold here overnight tonight. The last time we had a sub-negative 20 temperature in Fargo was 19 days ago. We were 27 below at the airport in Grand Forks. Just 5 days ago was the last time we hit sub-negative 20. We had 23 below in Grand Forks 5 days ago. So here's how things look right now. Again, a light breeze now on those flags in the home of economy sky cam, on our home of economy sky cam, and we're starting to see those clouds exiting off toward the east. May still be seeing a few blowing snow showers in this area, but I think it's just some high clouds that will be fading away. You can see just how clear that sky is then moving in behind those clouds. So of course, Justin, Stacy, cold weather tonight, but the cold weather hangs around, so I'll let you know how long it hangs around and look ahead to the first day of March here in a few minutes.
No, we're all looking forward to that.
That's right.
Thanks, Nathan.
And with our crazy conditions outside, it's a good idea to keep that VNL weather app handy for forecasts right at your fingertips. You can download and use it for free. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store today. Many roads across the region are finally reopening this evening, but for now, a portion of 19th Avenue in Fargo remains closed, but not for much longer. Public Works crews are currently removing snow from 19th Avenue North between Dakota Drive and 18th Street North. The road is expected to be back open by about 5 a.m. tomorrow.
An update to that major crash involving 14 vehicles on I-94 near Castleton yesterday. First responders say they spent several hours in the cold and wind helping people stuck in that pileup, and some of them caught mild cases of frostbite. Fire Chief John Hale says what should have been a 5-minute drive to the scene was much closer to 15 as whiteout conditions and icy roads slowed their response time and left many of those stranded for a little longer.
10 minutes doesn't seem like a lot of time, but 10 minutes at -8 with a wind chill of whatever it was yesterday is a really long time to sit there.
Hale hopes that showing what he and his crew went through yesterday will help keep drivers off the road during future storms, saying just because some roads remain open during a blizzard doesn't mean you should be driving on them.
New at 10, some Concordia College students say they are outraged after having to attend class for most of the day during yesterday's weather.
Valley News Team's Nishay Taylor shares their concerns.
In our eyes, it's unacceptable.
These are just a few students who say they are upset about how Monday's weather event was handled by officials at Concordia College.
They didn't close campus until 3 p.m. and they didn't send out an email saying that campus would be closed until 2:55. My roommate was in the middle of a test when that email was sent out.
According to college officials, 60% of students live on campus, the rest commute. But these students say they felt conditions were bad enough in order to make a decision earlier.
I left at noon and it was really bad at noon. I couldn't see hardly anything on the way home.
Concordia officials also say, presuming most students can attend classes, the threshold for cancellation is higher than other institutions. Some students say the rules for commuters are unclear.
I think the expectations need to be made a little bit more clear as it relates to commuters. There just needs to be a little bit more of a clear message as to when commuters are expected to come to school, because there's
in the event of inclement weather, Concordia College encourages students to coordinate with faculty if they can't make it to campus safely. But one student says she did just that.
I emailed my professors who didn't even see the emails I sent until it was after class time, so I missed out on part of my education
choosing for my own safety.
And now these students say they are just hoping for things to change.
It really speaks to what the college values when they don't value the students' well-being and safety. And
in Morehead, Nisha Taylor, Valley News Live.
In a statement, Concordia College officials say they're considering adjusting practices to allow for more online learning opportunities during inclement weather. Also, new for you tonight, Morehead police are asking for your help finding a missing woman. They say 23-year-old Hamdi Hassani hasn't been seen by her family since Sunday. She's described as 5'5", average build with brown eyes and brown hair. Anyone with information is asked to call police.
One of the men accused of causing the death of a Polk County, Minnesota woman has been sentenced to prison and ordered to pay a restitution to the victim's family. Andre Metcalf is convicted of third-degree murder in the death of 32-year-old Katie Flick. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison and ordered to pay more than $12,000 to Flick's family. Another man also charged with third-degree murder in this case has yet to be convicted. Today, President Biden and other world leaders announced more economic sanctions against Russia following Vladimir Putin's decision to move more troops into disputed Ukrainian territories, which he declared independent states. Meanwhile, people in other parts of Ukraine are uneasy about what could come next. Richard Engels on the ground there with the latest.
This is what it's like to live in a Ukrainian village next to separatist areas backed by Russia. The Ukrainian Interior Ministry says separatist fire killed at least one man here. The separatists have dramatically increased their attacks over the last several days, goading the Ukrainian military to fire back, now that they're protected by Russian President Vladimir Putin and the 150,000-plus troops he has near the border. Overnight, armored vehicles without markings were seen on the move in the pro-Russian enclaves after Putin recognized their independence. People there speak Russian, and Russia already has thousands of troops there. NATO says more Russian forces have arrived. But Putin is now signaling he's interested in more than just territory Russia already controlled. On Russian television today, Putin said he recognized the independence of areas firmly held by the Ukrainian government, including a major, somewhat rusting industrial city of 450,000, Mariupol on the Sea of Azov. Tonight, protesters in the city gathered to support their government and denounce Putin.
Do you think that he's going to stop?
I'm afraid that he wants to keep going.
And if he does keep going, what does that mean for you, for the people here?
It means that it doesn't mean that it's a time of peace. It means it's a time of sadness. It's a time of war, of death.
Living in the crosshairs in a nation Putin says doesn't and shouldn't exist.
Tonight at 10, Altru's president, Dr. Stephen Weiser, is out effective immediately, with their chairwoman saying this decision has been made in the best interest of the organization. This comes after 2 other company leaders were fired from the health system in February of 2020, and less than a week before Todd Forkel will join Altru as their chief executive officer on Monday.
Today is a day that won't happen for another 100 years. It's Tuesday, 2/22/22, and 4 babies were born on this special day at Sanford Hospital. One of them is baby Charlotte. She was born at 9:42 this morning, and Charlotte is baby number 2 for mom, Mary Claire. Congratulations to all of them. Today's the day Valley News Live is teaming up with Make-A-Wish North Dakota for its Wishes in Flight Miles 2 Smiles Drive. Air travel, they say, is the largest expense of the chapter's annual wish budget, but you can help right now by donating your unused air miles. At last check, nearly 392,000 miles have been donated, and it couldn't be easier to donate. All you have to do is log on to our website, valleynewslive.com, or check out your free VNL News app and click on this story.
Still ahead tonight, why a group from the University of Minnesota says they have made a howling good discovery.
This morning's wind chills were 45 to 52 degrees below zero in the coldest spots, with Donaldson, Minnesota there at 52 below zero for those wind chills, with air temperatures tonight expected to fall into the 20s to near 30 below zero range. We could see wind chills similar to that tonight. We'll break down your full forecast and what to expect for the rest of the week next.